How's you doody? My name is Sith Holocron, I'm from the Dongers of Runeterra, and this is a bit of a different Donger deck discussion because number one, these decks aren't mine, and number two, this video is predominantly for people who really don't give two monkeys where they are in ranked, and believe it or not, there are a lot of people who just play this game for fun. So being able to play for fun, there are lots of different ways to be able to play just for poops and giggles, really. And at the minute we have labs, which we've had various things. The very first one was okay. This new one is really quite good, where it's all sort of reduced mana costs and all that sort of stuff. But in the most recent patch they've updated the Singleton Gauntlet. Now Singleton is a 40 card deck where the 40 cards are all different. But now they've made it Tri-Nation. So now we can go for 3 colours in your decks. And I've just went on to the decks of Runeterra, and there's a brand new thing, and these decks have won it. They've actually been logged as winning decks, and I'm still doing it with 2, but I may copy and paste some of these and give them a go. So the 2 that are on the decks of Runeterra, you can check it out yourselves, get the deck codes from this website. The first one is Freljord, Noxus and Shadoweyes, and the second one is Bilgewater, Noxus and Ionia, and we'll go through what they are right now. So we'll go for the Shadoweyes one first, and let's see who they've picked as their champions. So 20 Freljord, 10 Noxus and 10 Shadoweyes. That's not a bad thing, so I'm going to assume that these are going to be big units, and let's go for the champions first. We have Elise, Draven, Braum, Swain, Anivia and Swajani. So those are 6 very solid champions, very good indeed. And then we're going to look at where we are followers and spell wise. So obviously we're in Freljord, 1 Omen Hawk, 1 of Zarian Sentry, so you can get to draw a card. That's a good inclusion. Ruthless Rider is a super 2 drop. I mean, he comes out with Tough and Overwhelm for 2 mana. That's so good. My favourite 3 drop in the game, the Trapper, because he brings you out a 1 cost 5/5 Yeti. Oh hell yes. And if you're going to play big units, then Ember Maiden is a really good thing to do. She is only 2 health. She does 1 to everything, which would sort of make me go, why would you put, well, okay, I agree with Swain, but I think Vlad would be better with Anivia. Now, I can't say anything, okay? I can't say anything. This is this gauntlet, so it's obviously pretty good, but Vlad to be able to take extra things as well might be even better. Who knows? Who knows? Let's just go with this guy's deck. Kindly Tavern Keeper, obviously you're going to heal an ally. Babbling Bjerg, so he's going to tutor a 5 cost. Let's see what else we get. Trifarian Assessor, so for every 5 cost power ally you have, you're drawing a card. Wolf Rider, get an empty mana gem. Overwhelm for 3. Hearthguard, everything in the deck +1/+1. Rekindler, let's bring a champion back. Pharaon, let's have 3 decimates with Overwhelm, and you kind of getting to see that this is getting out of control real fast. Rasa, Fearsome, 7/5, kill the 2 weakest enemies if an ally died this round. The Leviathan, to probably build a Swine if you haven't had him. The Tusk Rider, double the power and health of allies in your deck, and you draw Swajani, which is why Swajani is in the deck. So I can see where he's going from. And Ledros, cut the enemy nexus health in half, and if he dies he goes back into your hand again, which is pretty damn good. Then we've got Brittle Steel. So Frostbite and enemy with 3 or less health. Elixir Varan, give me +2 health. Ravenous Flock, deal 4 to unit if it's damaged or stunned. Not really seeing, at the minute, I'm not really seeing anything that needs that, but let's see. Draw a champion. Draw 1 for a spider. Kill a unit. Deal 2 to a unit, 1 to their nexus. Noxian Further. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. That can win a game. Noxian Fervor. Noxian Guillotine, kill a damage unit. What a card that is. That's a superb unit. Definitely going to get into here. Take Heart, well done. So that's for Braum. to keep him alive and to level him up. Fury of the North, because it's just one of the best spells ever in this game. Catalyst of Ions, get an empty mana gem and heal your Nexus 3, so there's another healing thing. Extra spell mana, and a bit like the Tavern Keeper. Grasp is fantastic, drain 3, your Noxus goes up 3, which is pretty good. Withering Wail, heal your Nexus 3, so there's an awful lot of heal in here, and I like that. That is a good concept behind spells, because your units after round 5 are all super expensive, and these spells are super expensive, but they do what they need. Harsh Winds, quite obviously, a Vengeance, a Harrowing, and a Ruination. So, you know, even if it's all going wrong, you can start pulling things out, which is excellent. That's a very solid deck. That's a very solid try deck. I would have probably wanted to put Vlad in here, because you've got so many big units. 7 health, 6, 8, 5, 8, 4, 5. You know, there's a lot here that can, and a lot to kind of keep people alive as well. So that's the first deck. It was Freljord, Noxus, and Shadow Eyes. But here's Parrots. Yar, me hearties. So, 24 Bilgewater, 10 Noxus, the same as the last deck, and only 6 Ionia. So I pretty much going to guarantee that the cards in here will be Will of Ionia and Deny. But that's it. If we look down here, their spells are only up to 4. So again, a completely different build. So let's check the champions. Draven, good choice. Misfortune, good choice. Twisted Fate, good choice. Gangplank, good choice. Swain, good choice. And Karma. Yep, I'm liking those. That's very, very solid indeed. Kind of wondering why, as a 1-drop, we don't have Draven's biggest fan. Because that would guarantee to put him at the top of the deck, and that would be really good to have Draven on board quite quickly. Anyway, we will leave it, because, you know, again, this is 1-7 and done the Tricoloure tournament. So, okay, let's see what else we get. Jagged Butcher. So we're going to be doing a lot of plundering type things, so I assume Make It Rain is it. Of course it is. Jagged Butcher's in there to grant the +1/+1. Prowling Cutthroat is such a great little card. Like, that's such a great little card for 1 mana. It's fearsome. You know, it's actually fearsome. And elusive. Well, great card. So there's a very easy way from round 1 to be leveling up your Misfortune, your Gangplank. That's pretty good. I like this. I like this. Shell Shocker. This card's really interesting. I really like it. So the Attune that gives you a free spell mana when you play is just so good, and it's a 2/1 for 1. That's solid. Then the boy, big fishy mustache. Draw a card, reduce its cost by 1 if you've plundered, you nab one. That's pretty good. Coral Creatures, that's pretty good as well. It's also a tune. Hired Gun, hello, vulnerable, and you're vulnerable for the rest of the game until it's dead. And then it looks like this is a much more aggro-y kind of thing, or wide. House Spider, get you a Spiderling, Legion Grenadier, one to the Nexus. Navori Highwayman, you get another person exactly the same stats. Which is the Brigand. Iron Ballista is a great card. It used to get played all the time. Not quite so much anymore, but Overwhelm's a great keyword. So to be able to get that out for 3 is pretty decent. But then we have so many other great 3-drops in these regions. Jarl Hunters will summon a random sea monster. Monkey Idol, if you get that, just drop it. It's instantaneously triggering all your plunder effects. Petty Officer, a 1-cost keg, or another follower, so you can go wide if you need to, and if you want to hit something with a nice Make It Rain or whatever, you're doing really good. Island Navigator, as soon as you put it onto the ground, you get a 1-cost unit, and it's given Scout, which is just bonkers. Yodel Grifter gives you a warning shot, so I'm really hoping Riptide Rex is in this. Zap Spray Fin, you draw a spell as soon as you put them down, they cost 3 or less from your deck. Hunting Fleet, when summoned, this is a great card. I actually built an entire deck called Hunting Fleet because I think that's brilliant after it got buffed. So brilliant inclusion. Chapeau, that is excellent. So it's now down to a 4 cost, not a 5. Yep, pretty decent. Slippery Wave Rider, my god, this guy's brilliant, and he's also a tune. Devourer of the Depths, obliterate something, it doesn't matter what happens, no death triggers, it's just gone. It's like it was never there. Captain Farron, obviously, because we're a real good aggro deck. Riptide Rex, the Leviathan, and he is running Swain, yes he is, so again, like the other deck, that's like a tutor. Mina Swiftfoot is fantastic. The problem with Mina is that it's going to recall 3 things, and he's not running Yasuo, which would have probably helped level him up. But for 9, you know, a 6/5 is not great for 9. Yes, it gets rid of 3 enemies. That's really good. But outside of the Yasuo deck, I'm not too sure. But again, this is 1/7, so what the hell do I know? And then a Dreadway to pull you your Gangplank. Again, they're all going for the sort of tutory route through here. And then not that many spells, just 10. Parlay, which is slow, deal 1 to anything. If it kills it, you deal 1 to the Nexus. Ravenous Flock. Again, I mean, if it's damaged or stunned, it's not bad. Flock is a good card. Make it rain, perfect. Pilfer Goods, perfect. Culling Strike and Death's Hand, just like in the other decks, excellent. This is a fantastic card. Summon 2 random 1-cost followers from any faction. So this deck just wants to be wide, throw stuff out, hit the Nexus as often as possible, build up Gangplank, build up Swain, survive a few things, get Karma out, Misfortune hitting everything. This is a good deck. I really like this deck. Concussive Palm just to stun an enemy, and Deny and Will of Ionia to round out the deck. So those are the 2 that decks of Runeterra have went. If you want to try and win, here's how to win. So they're too long, don't watch the entire video, which please don't, or you won't get to this bit for me to tell you what it is. Try them both out. Take the deck codes from the decks of Runeterra, put them in, go to the gauntlet, have a bit of fun. Because I don't really care what rank I am, I just like decks. And deck building is the thing that I love about card games. My name's Seth Holocron, check the decks out on that website, and until the very next one, which will probably be after the Targon expansion drops, so I get to make brand new decks, brand new cards. Dongers out.